Motion and forces of a bike. Over here we have a seemingly normal bike, right? But if you take a closer look, lots of forces are acting upon it. Force is the push or pull acting on an object. When you're riding a bike, you are using force, your feet, to push on the pedals. When you're riding a bike, or just whenever you're on the ground, a force called gravity is pulling you down. Gravity is a force that pulls any object on Earth down. When you're riding down a hill, gravity is pulling you down to Earth, so you will go downward quicker. But when you're going uphill, gravity will still pull you down, so you will have to pedal with more force to propel yourself forward. Let's say you just learned how to ride a bike. When you're riding a bike, you have to stay at a point called the center of gravity. The center of gravity is a point where your body stays perfectly balanced. If you're not balanced, you will fall over. Sir Isaac Newton created the first law of motion. An object will stay still unless gravity acts on it. So, what if you come across a stop sign and you want to stop? To stop, you have to press the brake levers, but it's more complicated than that. The brake lever leads to the brake cable. The brake cable connects to the brakes, which presses against the bike tires to stop your bike. This force is called friction, but you can also reduce the friction. You may notice that there is grease on the chains and the gears. The grease is slippery, therefore the gears and the chain can slide more easily, so you can ride more smoothly. Let's say that when you just come to a stop sign, you're going a half meter per second. The speed and direction of something is called velocity. When you turn around that stop sign, you want to slow down, and then turn to the left or right. This changing of speed and direction is called acceleration. Let's take this roller coaster for example. The arrows represent acceleration. When it's on the top, it is slow, but when gravity pulls it down, the speed increases and changes to fast. As it goes back upwards, it slows down again due to gravity. Let's just say that you are going to school. This is your house, and this is the school. If you want to go to the school, you have to take this path. This path is the distance that you traveled. But what if you want to see how far you are? That is called displacement. Displacement is an object's change in position, considering the starting position and the ending position. While you're trying to ride to the school, you come across another hill. You start from the bottom of the hill and then make your way up, then back down. Well, when you're trying to ride through this hill, you're going through two different types of energy, kinetic and potential energy. You have kinetic energy when you're riding on the bottom of the hill. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion. Every moving object has kinetic energy. When you ride to the top of the hill, you have potential energy. Potential energy is the energy stored in the object. Potential energy is released when you start to move and the energy turns to kinetic energy. All these forces or training wheels exist, especially with friction and gravity. If you keep trying and get balanced with these forces, eventually you and these forces might get along. So, if you keep practicing, at the end you will master riding a bike.